Well, it shows us things. It reveals the truth to us, helps us make decisions, lets us eat T-bones. Prevails over darkness. It gives us comfort when we're scared, and it takes the monsters out of our closet. Well, as much as we all love light, there's a sad truth. We're surrounded by darkness at all times. From the second we are born, no matter who we're born from, no matter who our parents are, no matter where in the world we're born, either in the richest of cities or in the poorest of countries, we are all born into what's called darkness. And that darkness is another word for sin. And if you open the Bible to a different verse, we find the wages, or Romans 3:23, the wages of sin is death. So if we can do a little math, darkness equals sin, and sin equals death. So that puts us in a hard spot. None of us want to be in the darkness, because then we can't see anything, or have cow. 2, we can't make judgments about what's around us. It just gets scary. So what do? It seems like we're in trouble here. We're born into darkness. We can't see anything. We're bumping our heads trying to find our car keys. We don't know what's going on around us. Well, if we look back to the verse, Jesus says, I am the light of the world. That's pretty powerful there. Because not only is he saying he's the light of the world, he is the light of the world. He is the one and only beacon of hope, which is why a lot of Christian households have lighthouses in them. We all love them because they're cool looking, but they have a good metaphor to them. A lighthouse has that light in it that guides the ships. Well, that light is our good news. He says, whoever follows me will never walk in the darkness, but will have the light of life. So really we have 2 options here. We can walk towards the light, our lighthouse, or we can remain hidden in the darkness. I don't know what sounds good to you, but the light is always more comfortable to be in, and less spooky. So if we choose to go towards the light, we now have a destination. We have an understanding. We have a direction to travel. I want you to think for a moment how crazy it would be if we lived in darkness our entire lives. Our entire lives are just surrounded by darkness. So we've never seen anything from an illuminated source. If you saw a light and suddenly you understood what was around you, how crazy would that be? Some of us here are like 14, 15 years old, maybe even older. You're 18. You've lived 18 years and you've never seen what's around you. You've never encountered your surroundings. If you saw a light, wouldn't you be interested in seeing what that was about, what that meant? Well, that's where Jesus comes in. If we allow ourselves to walk towards Jesus, suddenly that light becomes something we can hold. And we can start using Jesus' light to illuminate our surroundings. Just like our flashlight, I can find out what's going on here. Why is my world full of darkness? And then we have Jesus who can light it up for us so we can start figuring things out. So having the light in our lives definitely changes some things. Now that we have Jesus, we have our little handy-dandy flashlight. We no longer have to live in darkness, and we no longer have to live in confusion. We now can have some understanding about what's going on out there. Say, for instance, some of you are in high school, and I know, unfortunately, that it's gotten even younger, but the issue of drunkenness and using alcohol has become a huge deal in many of our communities. In fact, over the last 10 days at MSU College, or MSU University, there's been 3 deaths related to use of alcohol or other drugs.